live! Hello everybody! Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. My heart is going a million hours a minute. A million hours a minute. You know what I mean. Hello everybody, it's really good to see you. I am the PickFairy, and you have stumbled upon here through the mysteries of the internet. And we are presenting Picking Apart the Streaming of Art. I'm pretty excited to do this, and I thank PonyFest so much for hosting me. This is so awesome. This is all about going ahead and encouraging artists to live stream their art. It's really important to kind of influence and support artists, and whenever you live stream your work, it can help like a megaton. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, so with streaming artwork, it really helps encourage you to like go forth and start drawing. But the first thing you probably are thinking is, what would I stream? That's a hard question. So this kind of goes into the age-old debate of fan art versus original art. And my answer to that is to include a little bit of both. Right now we are gathered here because of ponies. My Little Pony. My Little Pony. It's pretty amazing what we can do and what we're inspired off of. When it came to me back in 2012 is whenever I joined the fandom. And the biggest reasons why I stayed in the fandom is because I drew ponies. I love drawing ponies, and I love pretty much everything about it. It was nice and simple, really fun, and I look back and I'm just thinking of how many times I drew a pony. I drew ponies from that point forward like for 2 years, and it was a part of my art style. And whenever it comes to doing an art style, I feel as if you can draw inspirations through cartoons that you watch, things that you do, and it's really, really cool whenever you compare the two. Whenever you start drawing ponies, there's a certain way to do it. Even if you're copying the show style, you start doing your own things. Like you start thinking about how the ears are drawn, or how the hooves are, if it has the little thingamajig, you know what I mean? And that just comes from it. And original art is just something that you get inspired off of. Like, for example, myself, I've been drawing fairies because I like fairies. My name's PickFairy for a reason. And whenever you think of what to stream, just think about what you want to draw, because whenever you are passionate about what you're drawing, that's all you need. That's really all you need. So the next question is, where are you streaming? Where are you streaming? It can be a very broad question, because you could stream on Instagram and Facebook, surprisingly enough, and there'd be people that would check it out. But there's also live streaming websites like Picardo and Twitch. Personally, I prefer Twitch because a lot of it has to do with the live streaming platform itself. With Twitch, there's a chat option that's easier to read, there's more customization when it comes to your channel, and it actually gets to a point where it has more offers, like it has more opportunity versus like Instagram. If you live stream on Instagram, it's nice, it's fun, it's easy, but if you really, really want to stream, use a live streaming website. And I'd recommend Twitch, but like that's mainly because of how big of a field Twitch can be. And I'm pretty excited to say this, but whenever you think about how many streamers, like art-wise or whichever, was on Twitch, the overwhelming amount created them, or excuse me, influenced them to create a category just for art. See, it used to be to where it was just games, you'd pick a game, but whenever you pick art, that came from other artists. It's funny how things work out that way, where viewers, users can influence a social media platform that much. I never really thought of that. Man. Well, once you decide where you're going, you kind of need to figure out how. How am I going to stream? Well, it's easy. It doesn't matter what kind of gear you have or whatever, or what have you. You basically need you, your art, your streaming platform. And surprisingly enough, streaming platforms are super, super easy. And the biggest one is for free. OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. It's something that you can download online and you can learn like within an hour of how to use. There's different scenes, there's different ways where you can add an image, so you can like add like your avatar, or you can add text, like I have added text, and you can even do your camera. Now, some of you might be wondering, what if I have a crappy camera? What if I don't have a camera? Well, I put it to you like this. Whenever you go into the kitchen, is the first thing you think, man, I don't have a proper bowl, I don't have a whisk machine thingy, I forgot what those are called, excuse me, but you know what I mean. You take up the tools and you do what you work with. And nowadays, most laptops have a camera, have a mic, so it already comes pre-built for you to prepare yourself. And honestly, you don't have to get expensive to upgrade. The difference between a professional streamer and a beginner streamer isn't equipment, it's personality. It's what you can offer to your audience. And that's something that you can do. You can. Give me just one moment. I would like a sip of tea. Excusez-moi. And that's like the biggest part of how you're streaming. So, I would recommend, if you're just starting out, just get a simple camera, simple mic going. Now, you might be camera shy, but as the pandemic has sadly shown, whenever you look at something and you're just like, man, I can hear their voice, but they have a nice voice, but you don't really see a face. And with humans, how we are, you have to connect. And the more you connect with your audience, the better. I like to do this kind of exercise called Unwind and Reach. So, for example, let's say you're having a really long stream and you've been working and you need a break. So you need to find a time to unwind. But you can use that to your advantage and reach out to your audience. You can play a sketching game, like Draw from Memory. That one's a fun one, trust me. Like if you do Draw from Memory Disney style, you could be like asking the I'm sorry. You can be asking the audience, like, oh, what's their favorite Disney princess? And then you just sketch up a business. And then you could do, like, act it out. There's, like, a bunch of stuff that you could do. I think it's really, really exciting whenever it comes down to it. And if it's something that your audience likes, it's even better. Like, if you want to do, like, a mini game, you could do that. It's really up to you. But the important part, like I said, isn't gear. It's not camera equipment. It's not fancy green screen or what have you. It's who you are. So, who you will be is pretty much something that develops over time. Now, there's a few of you who's probably really shy and really nervous, and you're just like not ready to take that step. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you should totally take it when you're 75% ready to. Because there's going to be 5% of you just, nope, not doing it. And then there's going to be a little bit of percentage of, man, I'm too nervous to, or I'm not a good artist, or I'm not a good live streamer. Don't let that stop you. Because someone will want to see your art. Think of it like, you know, whenever we were in school, where that weird little kid in the corner that's doodling something, and all the other classmates are huddling around you, wanting to see what you draw. Take that and embrace it. Because whenever people are watching who you are, and who you are while you're streaming, while you're drawing, it connects way more, not only to them, but for you as well. Because when it comes down to it, you will find artists that stream too and that do art. You'll find people who are your friends or will become your friends pure like fate, and it encourages way more than you would think. It helps you to be more consistent because you start streaming more and more. It helps you to become more like diverse in gallery because you'll be thinking of constant things to draw. I want to draw Princess Luna. I want to draw Princess Luna dressed up as a Pokemon trainer. I want to draw Pokemon with Princess Luna. I want to draw freaking Pikachu and Spike and, you know, just be inspired. Draw what you need to. Draw what you want to. And people will come. And it's something that I've grown myself. I've been live streaming the past 3 or 4 years, and it's something that I became to do because I was inspired by other artist streamers, and whenever I got the guts to do it, it was really hard, but so many years has gone by. Well, not so many years. 3 is not that many, but you know what I mean. Time has went by, and I'm really thankful for what I have, and that's why I wanted to put together this panel, because I want to encourage other artists to, you know, do stuff. Try to get out there. Try to just do like something small, or maybe stream with another artist. I encourage you to do so, and I hope this kind of helps out in the ways, the little staircase to help set you up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the questions because I do want a Q&A at the end. Crap, I forgot how to do the thing. Ping me when the... Okay. So, everyone who's been watching, I'm gonna go ahead and open this to questions. I hope a lot of that kind of blends together. Question... Ready. Cool. I hope a lot of that blends together, and I'm really, really excited for everything here. I'm gonna go and switch over here. Man, I am so happy to be here. I hope you guys are having a good time at this convention. The question should be open, but I'm gonna go ahead and check the chat real quick, if that's okay. Let's see. Oh, I see a lot of my friends here. Thank you everybody. And I see a bunch of new people. Hello, hello. Man, this is so cool. Oh, here's Forward, Calf, and Cobalt. Oh my gosh, hi. This is so cool. Alright, so I'm heading over to Newlnet stage questions. Awesome. Alright, so Newlnet stage questions. Please go to that channel in the PonyFest Discord. Ask whatever questions you may have from this presentation. I hope I was able to like help like motivate all those small artists and large artists, because small or big, you should totally do it. Totally, just do it. I know that's not a meme anymore, but do it. I'm gonna take another sip of my tea if you don't mind. It's my little Tinkerbell tea. Oh, our first question. Kermit says, how do you balance actually doing the art and audience interaction? Good question. This is something I'm still struggling with today, but the way I found it is to have your chat nearby. Anytime you're drawing, like right here, have your chat right next to it so you can see it immediately and you could be like, okay, how do you guys think about this hat? And they'd be like, oh, I like the hat. And then you keep coloring, and in the corner of your eye you'll keep a lookout of what they want to say about the hat, and then you just kind of engage. Engaging is the most important part of any live streamer, especially art live streamers. Alright, next question. Ford says, what would you say is the biggest hurdle for yourself in getting started with streaming? I think the biggest one that I faced personally would probably maybe be motivation and attitude. because when I was starting out, I had a lot of motivation to continue and to really grow, but a lot of it I had to push myself to keep up. And the thing about live streaming art is that it helps you be more consistent, because you'll do like a stream every week, you'll get something done every week, and it's really cool. And then for myself, I have the challenge of overcomplicating things, overthinking it, and I have to remind myself to slow down. It'll be alright, take a breath, you know, like Princess Cadence. um, I kind of overcame it through friends and support. A lot of like people who began following and that I know from a person and kind of connected with. It's really, really cool.
Another follower takes
Oh my
flight.
god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not know that was on. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, that was my notifications on Discord. Or, no, my notifications from Twitch. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Where are you? Okay, you need to go away. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You guys need to make sure to follow PonyFest Twitch. This is completely unrelated. I'm so sorry. Alright, let me get to the next question. I'm so sorry. Goodness. Let's see. I think it's pronounced I think. Their question is, I know you said that fan cam can interact with the audience at most streams, but is face cam a must-have thing? That's a very good question. When it comes to cameras and streams, immediately you're gonna think to yourself, nah, I'm not gonna show my face. Nope, not gonna show my face. And I have to argue that when it comes to being in a voice call and you see someone's face, you kind of connect with them more, and you kind of look and you kind of notice and you kind of see things. For example, this camera right here, you can see myself, you can see my voice, or you can see my voice. You can also see a little bit my background. For example, I have an Applejack and Rainbow Dash blanket over there. So automatically you can think to yourself, oh man, that's something we have common. She likes My Little Pony, and she likes this. Oh, what's that shirt she's wearing? It's My Little Ponyo. That means she likes Studio Ghibli, and My Little Pony. You just really connect more, and I would argue that a camera is a must-have after like 10 streams. Do a little bit of streaming, test it out, have your mic tested, make sure to do sound checks before every stream, that's very important. And then basically just try it out. And then after you get a camera, try it 5 more times. 5 more. Not 1 more, not 2 more, but 5 more times. See how much of a difference there is. And if in the end streaming isn't your thing, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. Alright, next question. What is one of your favorite things you've ever drawn on the stream? I'm not really sure. There's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of things that I've drawn. Huh. That's a hard question. I remember, I think around 2013 or 14, I had reached 142 something followers on DeviantArt, and I had the brilliant idea of drawing a cart full of hot cocoa mugs. But for some reason, I was worried that it would be cheating if I copied and pasted every mug. So, I drew every mug. There was over 100. And I sat there, and I drew, and I drew. Each one had different marshmallows. Each one had a different handle, and I drew, and I drew. And I just did one, and it was just freaking crazy. But I was able to finish it, like, off stream. But that has to be my most favorite thing to draw on stream, because it just shows how much I overthink things. And I learned from that, and I'm never doing that again. Never again. Oh, this is a very good question. GilCon, I hope I pronounced that right. Oh no, it's GillyCon. My bad. Do you use a graphics tablet, and what tablet, and what is your art program of choice? So basically, when it comes to art programs, this is something I love. Thank you for letting me touch on this subject. This is a good question. So when it comes to drawing on the art and live streaming, you got to basically take the part that you excel at. And the art programs can be free or they can be bought. I use Clip Studio Paint, but there's a program called Fire Alpaca, which is really, really cheap. Or no, it's not even cheap, it's free. I'm silly. Basically, okay, I just got a ping, but it's the announcements. I was worried it was a ping for me. I apologize. Alright, it looks like the charity auction has begun. Alright, for those of you who weren't interested in the charity auction, I would definitely check that out. The instructions, and you can see what you win, is ponyfest.horror/charity. Check in Bitrat stage bidding and only bidding in charity auction. Man, you guys should totally check that out. I would not mind at all if you guys did that. I totally don't blame you. So, drawing wise, program wise, I'd suggest Fire Alpaca, and then whenever you get into the habit of drawing more, you should totally, like, you know, check out other programs too. I use Clip Studio Paint because once it goes on sale, you can buy it and you can have it for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, if it's anything Adobe, you have to pay monthly, so I wouldn't recommend that, but you do you. You do what you're comfortable with. Next question. Forward asks, where do you feel is the best place to share your art in addition to streaming? That's a good question. I love it. You guys are so good at this. Basically, the best place to post your art is where your target audience is and wherever you're most comfortable and does the most coverage. For example, bronies love Twitter. There's a lot of Twitter activity when it comes to bronies. And when it comes to a lot of artists, they like Twitter. And then there's like a bunch of artists on Instagram. The Instagram community with artists can be pretty huge. If you post like twice a week and you get the ball rolling, it'll keep rolling. So those two are really good right here. And whenever you think of like other websites like DeviantArt's a bit of a challenge because it has to help you stand out a bit more. So I kind of see that as, you know, I see that as kind of positive. I really do. And I'm hoping that a lot of this can encourage you to post more art. Because another thing that live streaming art does is that it makes people want to see your final product. So if you're drawing like this little circle and then it turns into a sun and then you're shading it, people who want to see that sun wants to see it. So you'll post it and they'll be like, oh man, I was there when she made that. You know? It's really cool. It's really cool. Alright, I'm gonna take a peek at the chat, not the question chat, just to see. Okay. I'm not gonna call this out by name, just in case this person is a bit shy. But they're commenting on how it's hard for them to draw with people not in the same room with them. Otherwise, they get embarrassed. Well, not embarrassed, but I'm not gonna call you out by name. But if I may, I'd like to touch upon that. Whenever you are online with friends, they're still with you. I know a lot of stuff's online nowadays. It's been like that for a few months now, unfortunately. But fortunately, it helps you develop more of a table, like a round table. And I kind of want to say this. I don't know if this is gonna sound weird, but I feel as if it's kind of like whenever you want to be a chef, you want to make something and like cook something that's super good and you want people to try it. But then, let's say for example, you add the wrong amount of spices. You accidentally put salt and not sugar in the cake. That's something to be ashamed of, and it's something that you can be frustrated at. But those who support you will still be there. They'll take a little bite. Sorry, I don't know. That might have been a tiny tangent. I hope you don't mind that I brought that up. I really want to support that even if you're a little embarrassed to do it in public, friends are still there for you. I hope that's okay for me to bring up. Oh, we have one question. Alright. Inferno asks, what about the places to stream? I'm in the question of Twitch versus Picardo site. Which one is better for, say, pony content or more general drawing? Like when the when the public is not the pony niche. That's a good question. So right now, I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Inferno? I'm pretty sure that's how we pronounce it. So Inferno, in the beginning of this panel, I kind of touched base on where to stream. Twitch, Picardo are really big ones. And basically the subject of what to stream, I can go ahead and revisit that. That's really good to clarify. So let's say that you really want to draw ponies, but you're nervous about going into a community that doesn't really know about ponies. And Twitch can be like that, Picardo can be like that. It can be hard to step out like that, and I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. Oh, let me take a sip of my tea if you don't mind. Sorry. There we go. I think the best way to approach that is to still stay in your comfort zone but peek out. Like, whenever it came to trying a different TV show, I would go ahead and kind of peek into where, like, I'm trying to think of the right word to word this. I think the best answer I can give you is to pick the one that has the most supporters for you currently. Because Picardo is a very independent stream program. You can get on there, but most of the audience can vary and they can be smaller few in between. I choose Twitch because that's just a bigger live streaming platform, but I'm trying to think of how. I think that's the best answer I can give. But if I may add, always try to draw what you love. If you love ponies, draw some ponies. If you're more or less on the side of I don't want to stream this or I don't want to stream that, I encourage you to try to stream it anyways. You can't always stick with ponies. You can't always stick with, you know, like you can't always stick with Pokemon. You can't always stick with this. Explore a bit more. And if you're nervous about what you draw doesn't bring anything to the table, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. It's perfectly fine. Oh, we have one more question. I'm so sorry. Kabult! Hey, Kabult. Let's see. Kabult asks, could one stream the writing of a fanfic? That's a good question. I think when it comes to live streaming artwork, there's different mediums. There's painting, there's digital painting, there's pastels, there's pencil and paper. One would argue that writing is a form of art as well. And when it comes to live streaming fanfics, that's actually a really good question. I'm not sure if I have the experience to properly answer that question, but if I were to approach it right now, if I was to turn around and say, you know, I am interested in writing this fanfic and it's something that I really want to get into, I would go ahead and you could technically have like a writer's table. How I would go about it is to invite more than one artist and just all of you kind of like brainstorm and then talk about each other's fanfics, and then at the end of the stream start writing your own, so that way you can be more community driven. I feel like that's the best way to approach it. However, that's just how I would do it. How we would do it is totally something that's up to you. Like, in the end, it's your stream. You decide what it does. I hope that answers your question. Alright, SkillCon. There's nothing really stopping you, and Picardo has a writing category, but it's not as active as some of the other. Oh, I didn't know that! Thank you! I appreciate you saying that. Oh wait, you're not Gillicon, it's Gillicon. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What I mean to say is thank you for adding that. That's good to know. I did not know that. Alright, I love everybody in the chat. All of you are new and old, and I love seeing all you guys. Alright, I'm peeking into what is being said in the chat. Oh, Shyfire, can I touch upon that real quick? Okay, I apologize for calling out your name. I tried not to. If you are needing to draw something and you want to live stream it, you do not have to live stream every single thing you draw. I'm so sorry for having you brought out like that, but I really wanted to say this. If you are drawing a picture of like a tree, and you do the stump, and you do the branches, but you don't do the leaves, you don't have to stream necessarily the leaves. You can work on it on your own time. In fact, I encourage you to do artwork in the stream and outside the stream, because you don't want to get into the habit of never doing either one. That's really important. Oh, cool. Thank you, Shyfire. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. I actually had that issue in the beginning of my streaming days, where I only drew during streams. Okay, guys, we're probably gonna need to wrap this up. I'm gonna take one more question, or 1.5 questions. Is there anything else you'd guys like to ask before I wrap this up? Because we are nearing the end of our time, I believe. Wait, was it till 2? I think it is. Oh, goodness. Am I... I actually do not know. I'm pretty sure my time zone is different. I think I might have mixed that up. Ah, crap. I do not... Technically, if we have more time, that's a good thing, but I'd rather not accidentally go over. This is so weird being in the wrong time zone. Alright, I am taking a peek at the questions. I saw one more question. Alright. Sonic says, thank you for your kind comments. Aw, thank you! Thank you for thanking me, or thank you for... Meh. Well. Oh, I have until 2:20-ish. There's another 27 minutes to go. Well then! This is my first time doing a panel. Believe it or not, this is my first panel. So I didn't know that it would... I thought that this would be longer. Oh well, this is cool. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so proud. I'm so sorry. I'm blushing so bad. Meh. Thank you. Thank you. Aw, thank you guys. Aw, you guys are all so wholesome. Oh, you guys are so wholesome. Oh. Oh my gosh, you're completely right. I'm so sorry. For those of you who are looking for awesome streaming events, I would definitely recommend Smooth's events. Smooth's is a great live streaming event that's really cool. I did a short panel for theirs that was a class about drawing expressions. So technically this is my second stream. Or not second stream. I've been streaming for like 3 or 4 years. But this is my second panel. That one was my first panel. In fact, if you guys... Like, you guys should totally totally give like little comments. So far there's a lot of cool stuff. Aw, thank you. Oh my gosh. If I may touch upon that, Genie, they mentioned that they have friends that do live stream. I would totally recommend that you ask them if you can join along. Because even if a friend is live streaming and they, for example, they're really concentrated on their piece of artwork, having someone to chat with is super cool. You should totally ask them. Be like, hey, can I sit in your next stream? They'll be like, yeah. And then later, when you gain up the courage, you guys can draw art at the same time. It'll be cool. Aw, thank you. Virtual hugs. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Aw, that's so cool. If it's okay, I'm gonna scroll up the chat to see if there's any questions that was put in the chat during during the event itself, because they might have accidentally said it before. Someone named Spike Shoe thought I said their name. I'm sorry, Spike Shoe. I was not referring to you. I was referring to Spike. But you are also cool, Spike Shoe. Spike Shoe, I love it. Oh yes, someone dropped in to check out the lovely brony vendors. You know guys, there are some of the brony artists that are in this convention that are streaming too. Scribbles, she had a panel earlier about making OCs. She streams her art. Oh, this is really cool. Alright, I'm gonna scroll back down. Oh, it looks like we have a question. Let me go check on that question. Let's see. Kind of an unrelated question. Oh, that's okay. What is the best way to improve streams? Oh, that's not unrelated. We're talking about streams right here. Sorry, I do stupid accents sometimes. Anyway, the best way to upgrade and improve streams is to not get really like super expensive equipment, but just basically upgrade what you do now. For example, this whole setup is like really new because I wanted to improve the quality of my content. So I went in, I drew this baby, I did a mask to where you can, like if I reach up here or if I reach over there, you can't see my arms. So if you want to improve, work to improve. That's my answer. Okay. Alright, I just got the notification that we have 18 more minutes. So we'll go ahead and hang out a little bit. If I may, I dream of Genie. I love that username, by the way, and the fact that your OC is blue. So if I may touch upon that, tech can be hard to figure out when it comes to live streams. When it comes to OBS and stuff, it can be weird, but I encourage you to just look up a few videos and it'll help you out. When it comes to streaming your artwork, something I probably should have touched base on, I'm sorry if I didn't. When it comes to live streaming your artwork, do a window capture, aka like window only of your art program instead of sharing your screen. That helps us super mega ton when it comes to drawing. Super much. Oh, do we have a question? We do have a question. From Moonbeam. Hey! Sorry, I know this person. This is a good person. Anyway. How do you get over the initial stage fright when you stream on your own for the first time? That's an excellent question. The best way I can tell you is to be with a friend. Just like earlier when I was talking about if you can ask an artist to join them, you should bring along a friend to join you. That's the best way to break your stage fright, is having someone with you to like just chat with. In my um in my own experience, I had to where my live streams were open, and I had it to where anyone at all could join the live stream. However, as my experience also taught me, don't do that. You should always let mutuals join, and if you let other people join, be prepared and, you know, let them know the rules and stuff. But once the call and the thing gets over like 4 people, it can be hard and it can be distracting to kind of organize the chaos. I I just would say bring along a friend, sketch something that you really like, and just go for it. Oh, something really, really important before we close this up. When you live stream, tell people you're live streaming. A lot of people forget this. I don't know why. Whenever you're live stream, post on Twitter, post on Facebook, post on Instagram. Let everyone know you are live streaming, and people will come more often. Oh, I'm so sorry. People will come more often because of that. So definitely spread the word. Man, this is so new to me. Aw, thank you! uh... Oh, Caffeinated just put in a tip. Starting with pre-recorded videos can be a good way to deal with stage fright without putting yourself out there. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Oh! I see so many people that I know. I love this. Thank you. And for those of you I don't know, I'm PickFairy. I also live stream. Also, that's something I do, sort of, kind of, partially. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm still really excited. For those of you who want to know more, go ahead and join more communities with artists and stuff. I would recommend a lot of different, like, people, and I also am going to tweet out, quotes from other art streamers that I unfortunately wasn't able to put up here, but I will post it on my Twitter. And I'm really excited to do this. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Alright, is there... Okay. Alright, this is the last... Okay, crap, there's 2 people typing. Okay, these are the last 2 questions. These are the last 2 questions. I saw you, Genie. You can type it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to name call you out. Sonic says, do people stream comics? Yes. In fact, there are a ton of webcomic makers that stream their panels while they're drawing it and then later posting it. There are so many of streamers of that. You don't even imagine. In fact, one of my friends from like freaking college, his name's Kevin. I can say his name because it's a very common name. Kevin, I met his Twitch through his Facebook. And he is a very, very detailed kind of guy. So he was like drawing intricate little details because it was a comic book cover. And I was like, man, good job, Kevin. Keep going. So if you are into comics and you want to live stream your comics, do it, dude. That's like so awesome. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of this, of comics from like, what's it called? Hiveworks, I think it's called. They're like this huge website with independent comments. There's comic people there that does stuff. Oh, Dreamy, you were replying to them. I feel so silly. But yes. Uh-oh, someone says I should start streaming. Maybe you should. More like you should. Get it? Cause like you should. Maybe. Okay, sorry. That was a fail. I approve that SpongeBob reference. I approve that so much. Okay, this is probably gonna be the last question because I need to start wrapping this up. Sonic says, where can I find a directory / schedule of streamers, particularly brony streamers. I want to watch more streams, but I'm not sure where to find them. That's an excellent question. I would encourage you to go into different communities for bronies. For example, there's a lot of pony servers for like stuff you wouldn't even think of. There's a Discord servers that I know the most because Discord's a huge chat app right now. If you have Discord, you'll totally understand. There's a Discord server for Quest Your Daily, so you could go there, you can follow artists there. There's Quest Your Daily, there's freaking BabsCon, there's PonyFest. Oh wait, we're here. you see what I did? Sorry. I was supposed to I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was so dork. That was such a dork moment. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Derpy Brew. Thank you, Solar. Thank you. I appreciate you putting that link in there. Okay, guys, I'm probably gonna have to get going. I think I was just pinged to wrap it up. Yes, I was. 10 minutes. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. Thank you so much for coming along, and oh my gosh! Thank you! Someone just posted my socials. Thank you, Riftwing. I didn't even think of that. Aw, thank you. Alright, so those of you who are watching, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I encourage you guys to think of streaming your own artwork, not only for your audience, but yourself as well. Encourage yourself by letting others encourage you. Ah! Alright. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful PonyFest. Go do more things. Keep going. Till next, we meet.